You are listening to Unstoppable Actors, the essential podcast for ambitious, unknown actors with me, Louise, the artistic director of Standby Method Acting Studio. And for the last 13 years, I've been taking unknown actors with blank CVs all the way to Netflix dramas, Amazon Prime films, TV soaps, and stage plays around the world. And every week I'll be talking with you and sharing how you can become a paid working unstoppable actor, because you 1000% can. An acting career is doable. Are you ready to dive into the episode? Hello, welcome back to the podcast. If you're a regular listener and you tune into either all or as many of the episodes as you possibly can, and welcome if you are brand new to Unstoppable Actors. It is so good to have you here. So as you know, the aim is to get you from where you are now, which is probably wondering, how the hell am I going to get out of this 9-to-5 job that I'm not particularly enjoying? How and where am I going to start finding auditions? How am I going to get TV roles? Like, how do I even get considered for them? You know, that's where you are right now, all those thoughts whizzing around your head. Well, I want to take you from those thoughts actually into those paying TV roles, and the kinds of TV roles that you'll be getting right now for the stage of your career that you're at, or that you should be working towards, are day player roles. Because, you know, obviously you're not going to get cast in a guest lead role if you're a completely unknown, but to start at the bottom with a day player role and work your way up is more doable, and will open up more opportunities for you to get you up to those lead roles. So we have to be able to deliver the performances of our lives to get to those. And that's why I'm speaking to you today about how you can get out of your head during performances. Because obviously when you're in your head, you're not in the moment, you're not giving your best performances. Being in your head actually makes your acting wooden. And I mean that in the kindest way possible. And the reason I'm saying that is because you're not in your heart. You're not experiencing the emotions, the emotional journey that the character's on. Because when you're in your head, you're analysing, you're logical, you're criticising, critiquing, censoring yourself. None of these things are anything to do with acting. I want to let you know that applications are open for the Autumn 10-week Method Acting module, which covers audition technique. This module, how exciting. And it shares with you the exact method acting exercises that you'll need for things like self-tapes, which you are going to get asked to do even when it comes to day player roles on television. It teaches you the exact method acting exercises you need for TV and stage auditions, as well as open auditions and workshop auditions. Now, this is the training that your career needs if you are absolutely serious about getting paid acting work, including TV and film work. So our students have filled up their CVs, firstly with high-paying independent films, and then they moved on to getting TV day player roles. And that is possible for you too when you come and train on the 10-week method acting modules. Now, if this is what you want in your career, if this is the next step in your acting career, get an application in by clicking the link under this episode. You can be from anywhere in the world to apply for this training. This will help you take what I teach you in this episode much, much further, and you can work with me hands-on so we can get you out of your head, into the heart and soul and shoes of the character, and get your CV filling up quicker. Right, let's go back into being in your head. So many actors do this. I need you to know you're not alone. It's a very universal thing amongst actors, but overthinking is a waste of imagination. Write that down. Put it in your notes in your phone. Put it as your screensaver. Put it on your alarms as a reminder. Overthinking is a waste of imagination. I need you to know that, because all that energy that you're giving to overthinking could go into creating a phenomenal character. But here's the thing about overthinking. It's actually exhausting. So then it becomes tiring to create the character. It becomes tiring to get that emotional connection. It becomes tiring at auditions. And overthinking is what is blocking you from getting these higher paid independent films and these TV day player roles. So the first thing that I'm going to offer you is, I need you to ask yourself why you're actually overthinking. What is the worry? Is the worry that you think you're going to make a fool out of yourself? Is the worry that you think you're not good enough? Is the worry that you just don't have what it takes? Is the worry that you're just going to be stuck in your 9 to 5 for the rest of your life feeling unfulfilled. When you're overthinking, what's the actual worry underneath that overthinking? Now, when you've identified it, ask yourself what the next worry is behind that. And then once you've identified that, ask yourself again, what's the actual real worry behind this? And you're going to keep going until you've got to the root core of what is really underpinning this overthinking in your performances. You can do this in a journal. You can do it out loud, recording yourself on your phone. You can just do it in your head. You could go for a walk somewhere out in nature and just mull through this as you're walking. Doesn't matter how you do it as long as you do it. Once you've got to the root core of it, because you've kept asking yourself over and over, what's the real worry behind this worry? What's the real worry behind this worry? What's the real worry behind this worry? And you'll know when you've got to the root core, because you'll just be like, oh, that's it. There will be an inner knowing. And when you've got to it, ask yourself, is this true? Usually the answer is no. So mindset work is something that we start all classes with in the 10-week method acting modules, because I've noticed over the years of coaching actors that you could be the most talented actor in the entire world. You could be so bloody good, but if you're constantly overthinking, you hold yourself back. You don't fully throw yourself into the character, no matter how talented you are. You don't fully throw yourself into your acting career, because overthinking also leads to procrastination. Procrastination means you're not going to be consistent and you're not going to be an active participant in your acting career, both with characters and with putting yourself out there. We absolutely do not want you procrastinating, because the longer you procrastinate, the longer it takes your acting career to get off the ground. So let's move on to the next point then. We know that overthinking is a waste of imagination. We know that overthinking leads to procrastination. So how can we actually engage our imagination again, our creative, pure imagination, the one that's going to serve the character, the one that's going to put us firmly in their shoes? You do this by asking yourself, who is this person? Who are they? What makes them tick? And what you do is you use everything you know about them from the script, and you give yourself, or you give your imagination, a big workout by writing a backstory for them. So again, in the 10-week method acting modules, all of our students are gifted an actor's journal. This is a 34-page journal which takes you through the entire character development process, and it has a section for a backstory and all the prompts for what you need to help you write this backstory. Now, when you start writing backstories, it's going to allow you to feel less anxious about the character and more connected to them and more invested in them. And your imagination is going to get on board. You will find that you believe that you're them when you're on set or in rehearsals or even at auditions. So that's the second thing to do. And then the third thing is, you need to know that the key to all authentic characters is you relaxing before every single rehearsal or audition or performance. You forget about the preparation that you've done. You throw that preparation away and you relax. Now, if you relax, you'll not overthink. And what will happen is all that preparation that you've done will unconsciously bleed through into the performance organically. Your imagination will be vivid, it'll be sharp, it'll be engaging, you'll be working in the moment, you'll be making new discoveries about the character as you work your way through the scenes. And that's an exciting place to be as an actor. Those are the kind of performances that I want you giving. That's how you become an unstoppable actor, by using these 3 steps, because you'll feel proud of yourself. And when you feel proud, you're more likely to be a proactive participant in your own acting career and put yourself out there. When you put yourself out there more, you'll get more jobs. So now if you know you need hands-on help with this, you know that, yeah, these 3 points are definitely good. Well, they are, because they work. I've been coaching them with my pain students for years. And they work, but if you know that you'll probably forget about them in a couple of days' time or in a week's time or at the next performance, or you think, I won't forget about them, I'll use them, but I actually want the feedback to go with them to make sure I'm on track, then I highly recommend you get an application form in for the autumn 10-week method acting module, because we're covering audition technique. I'll be showing you how to prep characters for auditions. And obviously, for the stage that you're at right now, you're going to be spending a lot more time auditioning, or at least you should be spending more time auditioning until you get that break that you need. So thank you so much for tuning in. Before you complete the application form, please do rate the podcast, as it lets me know that you're enjoying the episodes, and of course pass it on to your acting friends as well, because we need more unknown actors breaking out into the industry. So I will look forward to receiving your application form. See you soon. I've absolutely loved hanging out with you, and I really hope you found this episode inspiring. If you have, please do rate the podcast and hit follow so you never miss an episode and I can help more actors like you. And come and join one of the most supportive, uplifting acting communities on socials, the Unstoppable Actors Facebook group, where you'll get your weekly injection of inspiration, networking, and receive your free Method Actors handbook so you can become an unstoppable actor.